Hey everyone, Spider-Man 1991 here, where today I'm doing another binge reading episode, and I'm going to be talking about the story arc, Multiversity. The short version is that the DC multiverse is under attack by cosmic parasites known as the Gentry. And the heroes of the multiverse are brought, and different heroes from different alternate Earths are brought to the House of Heroes, which is at the center of the DC multiverse to fight the army of the Gentry beings. This story is basically just told in issues 1 and 2 of Multiversity, and these are what Grant Morrison described as the bookends of this story, because Multiversity number 1 came out first, and Multiversity number 2 was the last one released. Other than that, every single other issue involved in this story arc was just basically a one-shot. Was basically just a one-shot, with the only link between any of these issues was Ultra Comics number 1, which takes place on Earth Prime and involves Ultra, the new living comic, so to speak. And also that's basically it, really. I would say the only people who would enjoy this are probably the ones who are really Grant Morrison fanboys, and also who enjoy large-scale cosmic adventure, altering stories like that. To be honest, to read this story, you can just get the two multiversity issues, and that's it. That's really all you need. Everything else is just like an extra little one shot that just lets you look into every single alternate Earth that's available in the DC universe. The only one shot that I really enjoyed was, the one that I would recommend overall you should get is probably the Multiversity guidebook, because if you get this, you can kind of look. It kind of gives you a brief description of the different alternate Earths involved, and you can use that to kind of guide you into what other one shots you should get from that are available through the Multiversity line. The only downside I can think of is that each issue is at least $5 each. The only ones that are more than $5 are the final issue, the second issue of Multiversity, which is $6, and the guidebook, which is $8. So I think that was definitely too much money to ask for on DC's part. Also, there is going to be a trade coming out that collects all of this, and it's about $50. So honestly, you can just decide whether or not you want to get the individual issues or the hardcover later this year, because it doesn't really make that much of a cost difference unless you're only going to get certain issues of the Multiversity story arc. Yeah, honestly, this is pretty self-contained, so if you pass on this, don't worry. You're not really going to see any of this. I don't think appear in the regular New 52 line of comics. If you don't want to read, if you don't care about the multiverse, if you're not really that into it, then you can just skip this. If you do like the multiverse, if the multiverse does interest you, because that is one of DC's major building blocks that they do, is all the alternate Earths they have. And if that interests you, then I would say check out maybe Multiversity number 1, or just get the guidebook and go from there. Actually just get the guidebook. That's the only thing I'd recommend. If this interests you at all, then decide if you want to get any other pieces or not. Okay, so that's it for my review of Multiversity. Personally, it was very interesting. Overall, I would say it was very interesting, but something that I think a lot of readers might pass on. What did you guys think? Did you agree or disagree with my opinion? Let me know in the comments below. Check out any of my other episodes of binge reading. Thank you again for subscribing to my channel, whether you're an old subscriber or a new subscriber. I appreciate it. I'm Spider-Man 1991 saying, see you later.